In this video, we're going to examine setting mechanics using live video from matches, and I've listed several things that we'll focus on as we're going through the video. First is the foot position and the right-left position of your feet when you're touching the ball, and you'll see the right foot being forward as much as possible with a weight transfer from the back foot or your left foot to your front foot, which would be your right foot. So that you're going to see examples of that. We're going to talk about how you manage your core and making sure that you're always squared up to left front as you're releasing the ball. And we'll focus on things you can do to increase your range, jump setting mechanics, some emergency plays when you're out of system and still need to put the ball where it can be attacked, and how we can practice those situations. So as you see, as we're going through this video here, the setter will always try to get where it's a left-right rhythm into her setting. You'll see it's left-right, and then she touches the ball with her right foot in front of her left, and she's very much balanced, and that's what we're shooting for as much as we can given the pass. So you'll see she steps into the set. It's left-right set all the time, so it's left-right, so her right foot's forward, and as she touches the ball, there's been a weight transfer from her back foot to her front foot. So when she actually touches the ball, her weight is on her right foot, and this is something that I think that setters really need to prioritize, is to get that weight transfer and a rhythm into the set where she's moving forward to set. Too many setters will stand and have the ball just come down on top of their head. You see, when this setter touches the ball, she's always stepping into it. And again, every situation is a little bit different, but as much as you can step into the ball and get into a left-right rhythm, again with the weight on the right foot as you're setting the ball, it'll increase your consistency. Now as this setter's jump setting, she uses the same pattern, so it's going to be left right, and then she jumps to the ball. So again, she allows herself to get into a rhythm, so it's left right, and then she jumps, and when she's jump setting, she contacts the ball right at her forehead. So it's left right and jump. And again, this just takes lots of repetition, and by doing the left right before she jumps, she gets herself into a rhythm. And in any sport, the more that you can be into a rhythm before you actually perform the skill, the better your chances are for consistency of performance. So as you can see here, she always wants to move forward when she sets, whether she's standing on the ground or she moves forward and she's jump setting. So again, when you're going through your setting reps, you want to make sure that this is part of your repertoire. The other thing that we want to focus on here is when the setter touches the ball, her weight's on her right foot, but now as she has to move, she keeps her weight on her right foot, she squares her hips up, and this is what we talk about managing her core. She comes off the net, but as she releases the ball, she turns her hips and shoulders so she's square to left front. So from this position, she can set off her right foot, so she's kind of rotating as she sets, as you see there, but when she actually touches the ball, she's squared to left front. And that's what you want to practice. So as you saw there, she stepped with her right foot, she rotated her hips around, and then from that position, she can set forward or she can set backward. So it's not spinning as she sets, she just rotates her hips as you see, and it's a nice rhythmical motion that again has to be practiced. But by being able to set off of her right foot, she increases her range, where you're not always going to get to the ball with both feet and do your left-right footwork. You know, ideally you will, but as you can see there, she didn't have time to get both feet to the ball, so she just gets her right foot to the ball, and then she can still score up and make a good set. What we're looking at right now is what we call emergency plays, where she can't get to the ball and set it with her hands, so she's forearm passing ball to the attacker. But as you can see here, this isn't something that's being done randomly. This is obviously something that this setter's put in a lot of time on, because every time she forearm passes the ball, as you see there, the hitter's getting a swing at it. So this is something that you really have to plan on when you're putting your setter through her training, is the emergency plays, and being able to consistently forearm pass a ball that she can't get her hands on, and making sure that your team still finishes with a swing. So you get plays like this. Instead of giving a free ball, your setter has enough ball control where she can put the ball up, and you'll see the setter is still attacking the ball. So this is not done by accident. This is something that's been practiced. These last set of clips here will show just emergency situations where the setter is moving backwards, she's off balance. Sometimes she sets off her left foot, as you see there. And again, as a coach, there's a myriad of situations that your setter has to practice. The ball's coming from different angles, the ball's coming from behind, in front, off the net, low, high, as you see there, a very low pass, but she's still able to get her hands on it. So make sure you budget a percentage of your time to practice these situations. Again, this setter, whenever she's in emergency posture, I'll say, they don't get free balls. They're still getting swings. So again, it's obviously been practiced and something that you should put into your repertoire as a coach and practice these out-of-system maneuvers.